you need to start a YouTube channel. Maybe you have said to yourself, this year is gonna be the year. In 2024, I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna make a YouTube channel. Or maybe not, I don't know. But watch this video anyways, and I will give you my best advice for starting your YouTube channel. First thing we need to do is to create a YouTube channel. And if you don't have a YouTube channel, you probably have a Gmail, a Google account. You can use that one to create your YouTube channel. If not, just make one. It's pretty simple. Just fill in the information, your name, your birth, everything. Then you need a backup email to be able to create a Gmail account. And after that, you can easily set up your YouTube channel. Don't you worry, don't stress about your YouTube name. You can always change the name later on. But first we need to figure out what are you gonna post on that YouTube channel. You want to make vlogs, gaming content, DIY. Maybe you want to bake a cake. I don't know, but try to sit down and think to yourself, okay, what do I want to create on this channel? And remember, this is your YouTube channel. Make sure that you are creating content for you that you feel like is gonna be fun. Of course, you can always make a YouTube channel with someone else. My point is that you are really sure of what you're gonna post on the channel because you will be posting the same content over and over and over again. It's perfectly fine to test, to make like 10 videos for yourself that you don't upload to figure out, oh, do I really like to make this type of videos? Do I want to continue on posting this type of videos hundreds and hundreds of times? And if the answer is no, try to rethink, try to do something else. And no, it will not kill the channel if you post a few videos and you change your mind and you post something else in the future. So now you have your channel, you have some videos posted, but what now? Now comes the hard part, is to figure out what works, what doesn't work. And I will tell you, your first videos will not get any views, it will not get any subscribers. I have posted hundreds of videos on 4 different YouTube channels in the past, and none of the first videos did any good, not even on this channel. My first ever YouTube video on this YouTube channel is me having my birthday and be like, oh, everyone, tell me happy birthday in the comments. No one did. So my point is, just post videos, start to record before you are ready. But before you record, there is one more thing that you need to have in mind. Actually, there are 2 more things. Your thumbnail and your title. I want you to, before you record, have in your mind, what is the title of this video going to be like? What is the thumbnail going to be like? Because the most important thing is that you want the viewers to click on your video. And I know for a fact that YouTube has been experimenting with showing smaller channels on the front page now. So there are a bigger chance when you are posting your first video that YouTube will test out your content to see if it works. And if your thumbnail and title doesn't work, people will not click. Think about, okay, what type of content is this? I'm gonna bake a cake. Is it a gaming cake? Is it a wedding cake? What is the flavor? And try to picture in your mind the thumbnail, try to draw it down. You don't need to be an expert at Photoshop. You don't need to have the perfect title. Of course, practice makes perfect. So just keep on posting videos and you will also nail this part. But in the start, try to have in your mind, what is this video going to look like before you record the video? Because then you will match the title, the thumbnail with the video you are creating. When you have your thumbnail and you have a title visualized in your head, probably draw it down on a paper, whatever, you need to plan before you record also. Make a script, make some bullet points, do whatever to at least plan the video out. Make sure that you have some sort of plan, because if you're gonna bake a cake, you have probably done it before, or if you haven't done it before, maybe that's your idea. I try something that I've never done before. That's a cool idea. I'm making a cake, a Super Mario cake. Okay, then you know, I'm gonna make a Super Mario cake, I'm gonna do it this way. Plan it out a bit, because if you don't plan out the video, you will spend hours on like recording and editing it down, and it looks a bit choppy. For example, me, I used to in the past record for like 1.5 hours just to edit it down to like 5 minutes. And that takes a lot of time and that takes a lot of energy, and that's a bit boring, to be honest. But after I started to script my videos, have some bullet points, have some ideas in my head before I record a video, I was much more prepared for the video. I didn't need to record for half an hour. I just recorded for like 10 to 15 minutes, boom, 5-minute video. and that's much easier and that looks a bit more clean. So make sure that you have some sort of a plan. If it's a script, if it's bullet points, the way you're gonna film the video, it will make it easier to film and edit the video so you don't film forever. Now, after you have filmed and edited your video, you can upload it to YouTube, figure out a cool title and a thumbnail, and boom, your first upload. And if you want to figure out what your niche is, watch this video right here. Please remember to subscribe and leave your favorite emoji or whatever you want to in the comment section, and leave a like, and I will see you guys in the next one. Espion, peace out, bye bye, goodbye, bye bye bye.
Okay, thank you, my.
This school in Cameroon is extremely
Kanin po.
It's done.
Ay kuya, sobra tong
So,
kanin.
once you
Masama ang
publish your video
sobra.
to YouTube,
Ayaw.
you've done, right? You can sit back and relax. No, not in the slightest. In fact, some of the things you do after the video goes live can be the most important. Let's start with comments, and let me ask you this question. As a percentage, how many comments do you read and reply to in the first 24 hours of a video's life? For vidIQ, I would say we read about 50% of them and reply to 25% of those comments,
Wow,
purely because of the sheer volume that we
69.
get these days. But irrespective of channel size, this is a habit you can and should be getting into, checking the comments on your videos a few hours after they go live. Now, there's a very clear reason for this. Your first comments usually come from your most loyal supporters and fans, who are taking time out of their day to put you first. And not only are they prioritizing their time to watch your content, they have enough emotional investment to engage with it as well. This is one of the many signals of viewer satisfaction that YouTube's recommendation system is really into. And beyond any notion of the YouTube algorithm, this is your opportunity to build relationships with your community. And so, beyond just reading the comments, there are 3 ways you can engage with your viewers through the comments. Now, this can be as simple and as little as hearting the comments. Only creators can do this.
Part, guys.
So it notifies the commenter that they received a heart from the creator. And it's kind of like a receipt that you, the creator, actually physically read that comment. I've got to be honest, I pretty much heart every single comment that I read because I'm the only one who can do that. Anybody can like a comment, but only the creator can heart it. Now, obviously, replying to comments is the best option because it represents a direct connection between the creator and the viewer. And there are 2 tiers at which this is typically done. The first is the stock answer. Over time, you will get a little bit bored of saying thanks in as many different ways as possible, and YouTube does provide these hot responses, but also vidIQ has a tool which allows you to add template responses, which not only can answer the typical thanks style of comments, but if you get many of the same type of question on your channel, you can use stock answers for that as well. And the best thing about that tool is that it's completely free, and I've been using it for years to respond to literally thousands of comments. And then finally, of course, we have the personal and dedicated response by the creator themselves. Yes, I understand that every time you reply to a comment, it takes dedicated time, energy, and thought. Just remember this, every single person who comments on one of your videos is going through that exact same process. And it feels good, doesn't it, when people comment on your videos, because it shows that they care. So just imagine how a commenter feels when the creator themselves replies to one of their comments. They'll feel pretty good about themselves, valued, and have a direct connection to the person they are watching. So maybe we should all follow Brandon Coe's lead. Let's go put in the work. Now, I know this is not easy to scale. The bigger your channel gets, the harder and harder it is to reply to every single comment. So unless you're going to bring people in to respond to all of your comments on your behalf, just do what you can. Dedicate half an hour, whatever you can afford, because it's really going to make a huge difference to your community. And if you're a small creator struggling to get any comments, make sure to directly engage with viewers in the first minute of a video. I mean, take this as an example. Why does it have so many more comments than usual? Well, it's because I did this. I still read and reply to as many comments as I can in the first couple of hours after a video goes live. I'm probably doing that right now if you're one of the first to watch this video. So go on, test me. And boy, Did you test me? I received literally hundreds of comments that just wanted to see if I would reply to their comments as the test. But because I had made that commitment to the community, that's exactly what I did. For about 6 hours. But it was a cool, fun little interactive moment with the viewers, and many of them even replied to my comment, which was awesome. But let me stress, here and now, I'm not doing that again. Yes, I will be reading some of your comments. Yes, I will be replying to some of them, but not all of them. Now, it doesn't have to be as crazy as anything I did in that video. Think about how you can actively engage with your audience in the first 30 seconds to a minute. The mistake most creators make is waiting to ask questions at the end of a video. Also, on the topic of comments, can I just give a shout out to all of those people who go out and try to find the vidIQ videos while they're unlisted? Because those are the true fans, and sometimes they actually help me by telling me that I forgot to add end screens to my videos. You know who you are. I love you. Okay, let's move on to tracking the performance of your videos, which you should get into the habit of doing, particularly in the first 24 hours. Now, naturally, the more videos you publish, the more you'll start to get a feel, a natural instinct as to how your videos generally perform. This benchmarking can be as simple as using the latest video performance card that's available on both the desktop YouTube Studio and in the mobile app. 30 minutes after a video goes live, it will rank its view performance against your last 10 videos. Now, at this stage, it's probably a little too early to make assumptions about the video specifically, but it might give you an indication as to whether the video topic resonates with your audience. That first hour or so is when notifications are being sent out to subscribers and regular viewers are starting to see your thumbnail on their homepage. But it's after 3 hours when things get really interesting, because it's at this point that you'll get to see a click-through rate and average view duration. Very generally speaking, these are the two metrics YouTube suggests you improve, as this will lead to YouTube recommending your content more often, which means more impressions. But having said that, let me stress a really important point. There is no magic number when it comes to click-through rate and average view duration. Of course, the higher the better in both circumstances, but it's all relative to your YouTube channel. To give you an example, I'm going through a deep dive exercise at the moment, tracking click-through rate for the first 24 hours of a video's life. And what I'm learning is that a good click-through rate for the vidIQ channel is above 12% after 1 hour. You can do this type of thing for any video by setting its time period to the first 24 hours, and it will break down most metrics to the hour, in some cases almost to the minute. So what I'm doing is to see what patterns I can see, but you don't have to go into such fine detail if you don't want to. From the video performance card, YouTube will do some very simple benchmarking for you through these icons, and you can even mouse over them to display typical ranges for the metric in question, or a brief explanation from YouTube as to what it means. If you go into the analytics for a specific video, you can see exactly what traffic source is sending you views, and again how they benchmark against your typical performance. Things to consider when benchmarking these numbers. As I said, it's all going to be relative to your channel. 12% click-through rate after the first hour might be terrible for you or fantastic for you. This can depend on a couple of things. When you're a smaller channel and YouTube is a bit more it can be that your click-through rate is a lot higher. And then, as you find success with your content, YouTube will share it out to a broad audience who maybe isn't as invested in your content, so click-through rate can lower. For example, if your impressions suddenly skyrocket along with views, but your click-through rate plummets, that's not a bad thing. This is an example of YouTube's recommendation system, otherwise known as the algorithm, taking successful content and sharing it with new audiences. You also have to consider the competition your video is up against, which can again affect click-through rate. The more videos there are on a certain topic, the more choice a viewer has. So generally speaking, click-through rates are going to be lower all across the board for that video topic. But if there are more videos on a topic, then that topic is likely to be more popular right now, or at least trending, which means that you'll get more impressions because more people want to watch videos on that topic. As I say, click-through rates can be very hard to pin down because of both viewer intent and creator intent. We'll come back onto that a little later. And then we have audience view duration, which can be massively influenced by video length. While there is some value to telling you what the average view duration is on your channel, it can mean very different things depending on whether the video is 3 minutes long or 10 minutes long. Which is why I recommend you return to the video analytics page 48 hours after a video goes live for 2 reasons. First of all, you may see these statements from YouTube which try to translate numbers into words, which can be really really useful if you're not a data person. And then we have audience retention. This is one of the strongest indicators of viewer satisfaction. Now again, just like click-through rate, there is no magic number when it comes to average view duration, be it 30%, 50%, 70%. But what you can do is benchmark against not only yourself, but YouTube as a whole. You will know if you are making more watchable content because you can compare the performance of individual videos against the typical retention of videos on your channel. This is a good example of where I am improving against myself. But what about my competition? Well, if I click into the audience retention data, I can set the metric by relative retention, which now compares your videos against videos of a similar length all across YouTube. So in theory, since my video performs mostly above average, the recommendation system is likely to favor my video more than others for that particular video topic, if there's demand for it. Basically, this YouTube data never lies, and it will tell you this information without compassion, which sometimes you need hard truths when you're emotionally attached to something.
Who said Valentine's Day is just for couples? M&M's.
I learned this the hard way recently when I dug into my audience retention analytics to discover just how damaging branded intros can be. I mean, take a look at this. On this occasion, the branded vidIQ intro cost me nearly a quarter of the entire viewing audience in 6 seconds. That was an analytical slap in the face, and that's why I don't use intros anymore. Now, of course, improving audience view duration is going to impact your future videos. Is there anything you can do with a video that's actually gone live? Well, you could go into the built-in YouTube editor and trim out all of the bits that are really hurting your video, but it may lose a bit of context. So what you probably want to focus on is click-through rate. And the things that obviously impact click-through rate the most are thumbnails and titles. You can change the entire messaging, the sales pitch of a video, through those two sources of optimization. So don't be afraid to start tinkering with your thumbnail and your title. If you have that instinct that tells you very, very quickly that the video is not performing as you expect it to. Now, of course, it is much better if you have all of this already planned out in advance with 5 alternative titles and 5 alternative thumbnails, which is why it's good practice to make the title and the thumbnail of a video before you even record it. If the video is already 2 hours old and you're just throwing Hail Marys making up titles and thumbnails on the spot, there is a much lower chance of them succeeding. To sum all of this up, for creator expectations and viewer expectations. You're jumping on a trend that needs to succeed in the first 24 hours. It needs to perform well in browse traffic. That thumbnail has really got to grab somebody's attention and earn the click. On the other hand, you may be making content that you expect to perform just as well today as it does in a year's time because it's search-driven content. This might mean that you need to exercise more patience and not make knee-jerk reactions to the video as it slow burns its way through the all right. Into some form of interactive experience to a question. The goal here is to stop the swipe, to get the user to think about the community post itself and entice them into the idea that the video link contained within that community post may resolve the question or the voting poll itself. And I would follow a similar strategy no matter where you decide to share the video, be it on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. If you share a YouTube video on another social media platform, it's going to unless you already have any well-established audience on that platform to share and engage on one platform. Community tab is probably after the video has actually been published. It may be that the first time around your audience simply didn't see the video, and in the meantime a lot of other video content has cluttered their subscription and home feeds. So if you promote your content a couple of days after, it feels more like a gentle tap on the shoulder. Just to remind you, did you see this video? Go check it out. Now then, whilst you're doing all of these things, replying, reading comments, tracking the progress of that video and promoting it, at the forefront of your mind, you should be asking yourself, what's next? The last thing you should be doing is sitting there and waiting for either continue to refine the video you just launched or start it. Certainly, which allows you to focus on the next one because YouTube. That recommendation system will be out there all once more, because once you satisfy your audience, they demand. If that video that you just published is a 1 of 10, it's pretty simple what to do next. Now, make more similar content. If you're making a series of videos and creating binge watch sessions to continue to complete that series, you want to make it possible to watch one of your videos, be satisfied by it, and then move on to the next one that YouTube recommends. And on the flip side, if your latest video is a 10 of 10, then you know what your audience does want to watch next. Much of what we're talking about here is channel focus and consistency. And if you are this deep into this video, you've heard us talk about this many times before. I believe this is one of the reasons why vidIQ is as successful as it is, with the million subscriber play button that I still haven't opened as of time of recording. Yeah, the tension is unbearable, but I'm saving myself for a live stream. I always preach to myself and any creator who asks for my advice, nothing beats experience. You make one video, you learn from it, you move on to the next, and you just keep doing it and doing it and doing it. Be relentless. But of course, and just as importantly, you do all of this within the limits of your own mental health. Now let's think a little longer term. What should you do with your videos a week, a month, even a year after they've been published? Let me give you one of vidIQ's best examples. At the beginning of 2020, Dan published a video on how to start a gaming channel, and that did phenomenally well, 1 million views. And so we thought to ourselves, why don't we refresh this for 2021? Guess what? We're going to do there is also always a potential for rescue the content today. The case might be redirection, so when people you can refresh the video. It may be that the time since the video was published, you have designs, your channel. What we decided to do after sitting was to simply abandon that's pretty much what we want on that video. Please, yeah. Now, of course, there will be cases where you have to just select a whatever reason, it's all Sometimes it's just better to remake that video, as again, you've probably likely learned lots of new things and skills and information about that video topic, which is going to be better for your audience as you are a better video creator. That's why Dan is going to be remaking this How to Start a Gaming channel in 2022. He has learned so much over the course of 12 months and he wants to share it with all of you. Over the passage of time, as a video does get older, less and less likely that you're going to be re-energized with a change to the thumbnail and the title. Usually, this is just down to the relevancy of the content. Yeah, alright, iPhone 13, new launch. content. What you think is simply not good. So if you're going to dedicate time in trying to rescue an older video, you can search first to find out whether the content is suitable. You're trying to increase search traffic on the video. Because the content is evergreen. How to change a tyre no matter when you made the video is just as relevant today as it was 5 or 10 years ago. Recently, in another video, I talked about front-loading your efforts. That would be dedicating 50% of your time, energy and resources or more to that title, thumbnail and video intro. And I still stand by that advice because I believe it has the most potential impact on your video the moment it's launched. What I'm encouraging you to do here is almost duplicate those methods. 24, 48, video has a better chance of your audience. Deep dive into all of the things you should be considering and doing when you video on. But what about that crucial moment before the upload process? Well, it just so happens we've got an in-depth video on that too, which you can check out over here. But I know some of you don't care right now. All you're interested in is the missing box. Go on then. Blimey, that's big. Mo.
Sino pong drawing material? Set na po sana para po. Ito. Isang box set, 3,150 pesos. Ganda. Kaso ang mahal. Pwede pong patanggal nung isang pen. Di po kasi kasya sa budget ko. Nagtitipid ako. Sige. Bale, 2,700 na lang. Mahal pa rin. Pwede pong patanggal pa nung isang pen. Sige. Bale, 2,300 pesos na lang. Mahal pa rin eh. Patanggal po ng pencil. Sige. 2,000 na lang. Mahal pa rin. Patanggal po ng mga brush at eraser. O, ayan. 200 na lang. Mahal pa. Magkano pa kasi pera mo? 20. 100 kansa mo. Mahal naman. As a college student noon, hirap ako sa pera. Sabi nila, money is the root of all evil. Ay nako, di ako naniniwala dyan. Bigyan niyo ako ng maraming pera at gagamitin ko yan sa mabuti. Kuya Vince, inaapi po kami kasi mahirap lang kami. Tulong! Say no more! Bibigyan kita! Pero mabuhay na ako lang kami sa inyo. Oo nga na, hindi mo tayo makaapi dito. Makalok ka! Basta, I need money! Back to the story. Nung wala tatay ko, ang breadwinner sa pamilya namin, nagsimula na rin kaming maghirap sa pera. Kaya naman hanggat makakatipid sa mga gastusin ay magtitipid talaga ako. Alam naman natin sa college, magastos, lalo sa course ko noon na architecture. Talagang maglalabas ka ng maraming pera dyan. Lalo sa mga drawing materials, libro, makasaya pa sa malalayong lugar for site visit, PC, laptop, photocopy na kung ano-ano. What? Bakit kayo na pinapotocopy niya? At marami ba? Kulang na lang, kumakas ako ng pera para lang makasipay. Lakas na ba? More passion. More passion. It's you. So, nandito ko ngayon sa inyong harapan para kayo. The joke. To share ang ilan sa mga pagtitipid na ginagawa ko para makapag-ipon ng kaunti at malampasan ang santabak na gastusin ng college. Unahin natin sa pagkain. Napakarami kong paraan nun para makatipid ng pera pagdating sa mga kakainin. 130 ang baon ko, which is yung 100 ay napupunta lang po sa pamasahe. So that leaves me with 30 pesos para sa panggastos. Maliit no? Wala eh, naghihirap kami nun. And for sure, marami pa dyan ang may mas maliit pang baon kesa sa akin. Kaya kung sino man kayo, Laban lang. So para makapag-ipon mula sa kakapiranggot na perang natitira sa akin, una ko talagang ginagawa ay nagbabaon ako ng lunch at tubig. Matik, alam na ng lahat. Ni Piso kasi wala kang ilalabas na pera dyan. Pera na lang kung may buraot kang kaklase na manghihingi. Penge. Sarap. Penge ulit ha. Yan. Kasi ako. Pero kung halimbawa, wala na boss maganda ng tao sa umagang nanay ko, so 1:30, ginagawa niya 1:30. Hindi niya para makadagdag ng pangkat. So may medyo. So bawal mo, 1:30. Tapos, ito 20. Yay! Dagdag baon. Hindi. Bumili ka toyo doon para makapagluto ako ng pambaon mo. Ang madalas na binibili ko pag ganon is ang sikat na lifesaver ng mga college. Ito 20. Yay! Dagdag baon. Hindi. Bumili ka toyo doon para makapagluto ako ng pambaon mo. Ang madalas na binibili ko pag ganon is ang sikat na lifesaver ng mga college student. Ang siomai rice. Shing! Isipin mo sa 25 pesos, busog ka na. May 25 pesos pang matitira sa akin. Mura na? Madumi pa. Joke. Malinis yung pinagbibili. Malinis yung pinagbibili namin. Hindi nahihirapan makunat ng mga pagbibilan kasi parang kahit saan na atang sulok ng Pilipinas meron yan. Pabili! Apat na pirasong siomai na mas marami pa yung balag kasi sa mismong laman. Served with a lot of fried garlic na nasunog ng sobra, pangpitong init na kanin, at toyo mantik sinulang sa asin. Delicioso. But just in case na naubusan na ng siomai rin sa pinagbibilan namin, ang iba pang choice ko noon ay ang tindahan sa loob ng university namin. Ang Tayuman. Pero wala to sa Tayuman mismo. Alam mo bakit siya tinawag na Tayuman? From its root word, alam mo na yun? Man? Hindi. Lion. Saan galing yun? Rawr. Huh? Tinawag siyang Tayuman kasi tayo-man. Tayuman. Gets niya? Okay, basically Tayuman ang tawag kasi nakatayo lang kayo makain doon. May mga stall sila, may table sa walang mga upuan. Para pagtapos ng kumain, tapos ng pinagkainan, sinalis na. Wala masyadong tumatambay, kundi mga tao. Pero syempre, di kami kumain. Nagka-take out lang kami. Anyway, lahat ng ng pagkain doon, sobrang mura. Mapapamura ka sa mura. 30 pesos lang kasi lahat. Ayun, ang mura. Pinumura mo ako? Sulit na sulit pa yung dami ng serving. Mula sa hotdog and egg with rice, longganisa and egg with rice, tocino and egg with rice, egg and egg with rice, batman and egg with rice. As in lahat sa menu, 30 lang. At may mga itlog. Hindi ko rin alam ano obsession nila sa itlog. Kung bakit lahat sa menu nila may kasamang itlog. Parang importante, wala alam ko yung mga tinda doon. Pagpili nga sa hotdog and egg with rice. Ano yung pagkakaluto sa itlog? Ano o mental? Ay, sa Shaolin. Sige po. Yung sa akin ay medium rare. Yes. Kung gusto ko naman mag-iba ng kinakain. Marami naman iba't ibang karinderya sa likod ng university namin. Iba-iba yan. Mula sa masasarap hanggang pwede na. Mula mahal hanggang mura. Kompleto. Problema lang sa mga karinderya doon ay napaka-iinit. Alam mo, impyerno. Ano order nyo? Kaya last resort ko na siya kung sa university namin. Iba-iba yan. Mula sa masasarap hanggang pwede na. Mula mahal hanggang mura. Kompleto. Problema lang sa mga karinderya doon ay napaka-iinit. Kala mo impyerno. Ano order nyo? Kaya last resort ko na siya kung gusto ko makatipid. Well, if trip namin magtatropa sa malamig at komportableng kainan, nag-SM kami. Katabi lang kasi ng university namin ang SM Manila. O diba? Sosyalin. Nag-level up. Pero syempre, sa mga budget-friendly fast food restaurant lang kami para tipid, no? At isa lang ang go-to namin pagdating dyan. At yun ay ang drum roll. Feeling ko alam nyo na to eh. KFC. So sa KFC dati, ewan ko lang kung meron pa ba nito ngayon, meron silang pump ng gravy sa loob at pwede ka makahingi doon ng extra gravy. Unli pa. As in unlimited. Kahit mag-umapaw na plato mo sa gravy, okay na okay lang sa kanila. Promise. Di okay sa amin. Tama na.
Yan,
Ganun sila.
pwede ka magamit na.
Have you ever betrayed those closest to you? Ryan XOL, server number 194.
Pinakagalante noon. Pero kaya, hindi ako order. Kasama lang ako ng mga tropa ko para doon kainin ng baon ko tapos makikihingi ng sabaw. Gravy ng KFC. Nasaan ba gravy nila? Yung itlog at hotdog na ulam ko, nagiging itlog at hotdog ala KFC. Shing! Ngayon, kung wala akong dalang baon at medyo nakakaluwag-luwag naman, isa lang naman ang in-order ko doon, ang flavor shots. Na wala na ata ngayon sa menu nila. Mura lang yun, 50 pesos. Ilang pirasong maliliit na cuts lang siya ng breaded chicken na may konting gravy. At syempre, kanin. Masarap siya, oo. But since maliit lang ang serving at medyo kulang sa tiyan kung yun lang ang kakainin mo alone, pupunain namin siya ngayon ng unli gravy para mabusog kami. Magkila ka naman para sa iba. Oo, hindi ako nakatipid, pero nakapagpa-air ko naman kahit papano. Tsaka treat yourself din naman paminsan-minsan. And pwede ko naman bawiin yung pagtitipid sa ibang bagay, like sa pamasahe, which is yun naman ang sunod kong i-share sa inyo. Pangalawa ay pamasahe. So, alam ko lahat sa inyo, napaka-familiar na sa binabiyahe ko noong college araw-araw. Paulit-ulit ko ba naman sabihin eh? Ako po, di ko alam. Bago lang po kasi ako. Talaga? Sa dami ng wrinkles mo, mukha kang lupa eh. Pero sige na lang. So, ang biyahe ko dati is Cavite to Manila. Gaya ng nasabi ko kanina, kung wala sa bounty ko, napupunta lang sa pamasahe. 50 papunta and 50 pabalik. Kukunupan ako. Yung one kasi, isang sakay lang mula sa akin papuntang Manila sa university ko. Yase. Pero, dahil ako pa mabawasan ng gastos dyan, kung magtatanong sakay ako, papuntahan pa uwi. Paano? Ganito. Listen carefully. Makinig ka. Okay, papaalalahanan ko lang kayo na yung mga babanggitin kong gastos sa pamasahe dito ay nakabase noon, around 2013 to 2017. Malamang sa malamang, hindi na siya same ngayon kasi marami nang nagbago. Kung tatanungin nyo ako magkano na pamasahe ngayon, mamalay ko, kayo umalam. Binigyan nyo pa akong jeep mula sa amin papunta sa sakayan ng MRT at LRT. Dito ay nakabase noon, around 2013 to 2017. Malamang sa malamang, hindi na siya same ngayon kasi marami nang nagbago. Kung tatanungin nyo ako magkano na pamasahe ngayon, mamalay ko, kayo umalam. Binigyan nyo pa akong trabaho. So pagpapasok, sasakay ako ng jeep mula sa amin papunta sa sakayan ng MRT at LRT. Malayo-layo yun, so inaabot ng 25 pesos yung pamasahe ko. Mula sa station ng LRT, sasakay ng tren. Sa away yun, so 15 pesos rin yung card. Tapos bababa ng Union Station. Wala doon, lakad-lakad hanggang sa university. Diba? 20 pesos lang lahat ang nagastos ko. Then pag pauwi naman, magpupunta ko lang sa terminal sa Manila. Bababa sa may terminal ng jeep, papasok ng Cavite. Jeep naman mula doon, sa kanya namin ay 20 pesos. 40 pesos lang ulit na gastos ko. Ulitin ko noon. Kaya naman, meron ko extra with the grand total of 20 pesos. 20 rin to, no? Pambili ng corneto. Di na 20 corneto ngayon. Ayan, well, ang downside lang ay mas hassle yung 60 kan sa bus, LRT at jeep kumpara sa van. 20 pa! 20! Usok! 20? Puno na! Usok pa! Usok! Oh, Manila na! Sino bababa ng Manila dyan? Manila! Papapu! Manila! Walang bababa! Walang bababa ah! Manila! Wala ah! Alis na tayo! Ako sabi! O pre, bakit ganyan itsura mo? Saan ka galing? Sa giyera. Basta yung importante, nakatipid ako. Kahit di kamatay ko pa. Pero minsan, depende pa rin sa mga sitwasyon. Kung halimbawa, bumabagyo gaya ng nakwento ko sa mga nakaraan kong video, magpapan na ako nun. Ayaw ko i-risk ang safety ko para lang sa 20 pesos. Pero minsan parang okay lang naman. Pangatlo ay drawing materials. Ito ang isa sa pinakapagkakagastusan mo sa Archie. Drawing materials, gaya ng T-square, triangles, tech pen, ink pang refill sa tech pen, parchment or tracing papers, templates, watercolor, mechanical pencil kasama lead, brief. Miski pambura, may record na uri silang ipapabili sa'yo eh. Ano ba to? Hindi naman nakakabura ng ink eh. Kaya naman, marami akong natutunan mula sa mga kaklase ko kung paano makakatipid mula sa mga drawing materials na yan. Especially sa tech pen, at isa na doon ang pagbili ng mas murang drawing pens. Maraming uri ng drawing pens, pero isa lang ang pinakatinatangkilik namin noon na mura. At yun ay ang Unipin. At dahil yun rin kasi yung sikat ng mga panahon na yun. Ang Unipin ay isang brand ng drawing pen na pwede mo kahit papano ipamalit sa tech pen. Ang isang set kasi ng refillable tech pen na ginagamit pang drawing sa mga plates ay libo-libo. Napakamahal. Kala mo ginto. Oh my God! Dito! Asa? Charan! Nasabi ko rin na set kasi hindi pwedeng isang tech pen lang ang bibilhin mo dahil i-require kayo ng prof nyo na bumili ng magkakaibang tip. Dagdag gastos. May dahilan naman kasi. Mas maganda kasi tingnan ng isang architectural drawing kung magkakaibang line weights na gamit mo. Halimbawa, ang gagamitin mo sa pagdodrawing ng walls ay tech pen na 0.6 ang tip o yung kapal. Then pagdating naman sa windows, 0.4. Then sa mga furniture ay 0.2. Tingnan nyo, mas malinis siya tingnan at organized. Pero pasalamat ako sa mga magulang ko noon na kahit naghihirap kami ay binilan pa rin ako ng set ng tech pen. O ayan ha, binilan ka kami ng tech pen. Hala, thank you ma! Subukan mo lang magkaroon ng bagsak. Matutulog ka sa labas. Good night! Kaso wala eh. May mga pagkakataon talagang di maiiwasan yung mga aksidente kaya mababaliin ka ng tip ng TechPen. Hindi ako nakaligtas sa mga ganyan. Nabalian na rin ako ng mga TechPen. Hindi ako nagsabi sa nanay ko kasi panigrado eh. Tatakwil nila ako, no? Good night! Napakanipis lang kasi talaga noon, lalo yung point 2 at point 1. Kunting maling hagod mo, bali agad. Mahal-mahal, tapos ang dali mabali. Yung tatao, ginagawa siguro talaga ng mga kumpanya na marupok yun para bumili ng bumili yung mga estudyante. Well, sorry na lang sila kasi may natutunan akong solusyon mula. Hindi ako nagsabi sa nanay ko kasi panipos ang dali mabali. Yung tatao, ginagawa siguro talaga ng mga kumpanya na marupok yun para bumili ng bumili yung mga estudyante. Well, sorry na lang sila kasi may natutunan akong solusyon mula sa mga kaklase ko. Ang sinadjust nila sa akin pamalit dyan sa mga hinayupak na napakamamahal na tip ng TechPen na yan, ayun nga, ang Unipin.
Do you easily forget English words? Let's change that. Meet Elia.
50 pesos lang yun noon at napakatibay pa ng tip. Although hindi niya ka-level ng quality sa ink ang TechPen at napuputput din ang tip kinatagalan, ay napakaganda pa rin itong replacement kung sakaling ang mabaliin ka bigla. Hindi rin siya refillable gaya ng TechPen pero kaya naman tumagal ng ink nito sa isang buong semester kaya goods pa rin. Kahit makatatlo kang palit ng Unipin sa isang taon, sulit pa rin eh. Ikumpara mo naman kasi yung 50 pesos sa almost 800 pesos, di ba? O ano kayo ngayon? May pamalit ako sa inyo. Wala nang bibili. So, ayan lang muna sa ngayon. Yung iba sa susunod na. Pagsinipag na ulit ako. At para sipagin ako, dantarin nyo ng likes tong video. Mga, ilan ba? Mga 521 billion, 358 million, 110,921. 0.56 likes. Anyway, malaking tulong ang pagtitipid kung isa kong estudyante. Lalo kung college student ka. Pero na lang siguro kung anak ka ni Henderson. Daddy, give me some money! Pero i-remind ko lang rin kayo na sana huwag sa sobra. Huwag sa sobra to the point na ide-deprive mo na masyado ang sarili mo sa mga bagay na makakapagbigay sa'yo ng konting kaligayahan or mga bagay na deserve mo naman bilhin paminsan-minsan. Madalas kasi kakatipid mo, marami ka na nami-miss out sa buhay. Isa pa, panigurado namang may paraan para balansin ang lifestyle mo between saving money and living your best life. Di lang ganun kadaling hanapin pero meron yan. Hanapin mo lang. Malay mo, nasa ilalim pala ng sofa nyo. Wala. Baka nasa ilalim pala ng ref. Tandaan nyo to, we only have one run sa mundong to. And hindi rin maganda na maging strict tayo masyado sa entirety ng run natin na yun. Ulitin ko, magandang magtipid, wag lang sa sobra. Kanin po.
Hi! Looking for an easy and profitable monetization option with super high CPM rates? It seems Monetag SmartLink is exactly what you need. What is SmartLink or DirectLink?
Ay kuya, sobra tong kanin. Masama ang sobra. Ayaw mo. May sinabi ba ako? Nag-share lang naman. Ako rin pasobrahan. Wag na. Bakit? Sobrang kanin namin yun kahapon. Panis na yun. Oh, Happy New Year! Sa wakas, tapos na. Hello? Sa wakas, natapos na ang isang animation. Banzai! Saka pala, Happy New Year sa lahat. Kamusta ang inyong pagsalubong sa bagong taon? Nakatalon ba ang mga dapat makatalon? Nag-set na naman ba kayo ng mga New Year's resolution na panigurado hindi nyo naman magagawa? Alam nyo kung ako sa inyo, mag-party na lang tayo. Salubungin nyo na lang ang bagong taon. Ang 2024 with the mindset na makakasurvive ako ngayong taon. Yun lang. Huwag na lang mag-expect or mag-set ng mataas na bar sa sarili mo na dapat ay matupad mo this 2024 para di ka ma-disappoint, diba? Diyan kasi nagsisimula yung mga comments sa, alam mo yun, yung end of the year, pag tinatanong ka ng, oy, kamusta naman yung taon mo? Sasabihin ng karamihan, sasagot nila, di naging maganda feeling ko kaya ganun sinasabi nila kasi nga nag-set sila ng expectations, ng napakataas na expectations. Although hindi naman masama mag-set ng expectations sa pagsalubong ng bagong taon, pero make sure na magkaroon tayo ng open mind or utak sa napakaraming possibilities na pwede mo makasalamu all throughout the year. So may gagawin mo na lang ang best sa bawat bagay na ginagawa mo. Anyway, balik sa topic natin sa pagtitipid. Alam niyo ba dati, di ba nabanggit ko na pag di nakakapagluto ng baon nanay ko, dinadagdagan niya pera ko namin, kakapatid. From 130, ginagawa niyang 150. May mga times na di talaga ako sarili ko dati to the point na ang dami ko na minsan nami-miss out na pangyayari. Bawa, nung college ako, gaya mga tropa ko kumain sa mall after na magpasa ng plates or project. Alam mo yun, simpleng celebration lang kumbaga. Yun nga, di ako sasama kasi nagtitipid. So kinabukasan, pagpasok nila, dami nilang kwentuhan na di ako makarelate. But during that time, wala lang sa akin yun. Hindi naman ako madaling maapektuhan ng peer pressure. So, hinayaan ko na lang. Kaso, na-realize kong nakakapansisip pa lang di ako sumama na nung paulit-ulit na nilang pinagkukwentuhan yung mga nangyayari nung araw. Actually, hanggang ngayon, ngayong graduate na kami, may kanya-kanya na kaming trabaho, may pamilya na iba. Pag nagkita-kita kaming mga tropa ko nung college, kakwentuhan pa rin nila yun palagi. Somewhat, nag-end up dun yung topic.
A day in the life of Mal Shrivers.
It turns out, dun sa mga pagkakataong yun, may mga core memories sila dun na hindi nila makalimutan. Mga kwentuhang dun mo lang pwede gawin. Nakakapanghinayang kasi minsan lang naman, and hindi naman siya makaka-apekto masyado sa ipon ko kung gagastos ako ng mga panahon na yun. Alam mo yun?
Wala eh. Walang grades.
Sumama, pero dahil nga sa yun, dahil sa stricto ako masyado sa sarili ko, ayun, dami ko nami-miss out. Yung mga college friend ko noon, close tropa ko pa rin hanggang ngayon. Alas para mga kapatid ko na yung mga yun. So, palagi kami nakikita and medyo nakaka-upi sa tuwing ang pagkakwento nila yung mga tropa ko. Hindi ko sinasabing sumama na kayo palagi sa mga lakad ng tropa nyo. Pero kung alam nyo sa loob nyo na gusto nyo sumama at hindi din naman malaki gagastos nyo, na hindi naman siya makaka-apekto masyado sa pera mo, sumama ka na. Sayang eh, di ba? Mga memories na yan, hindi naman pwede i-rewrite. So, yun. Guess nyo po punto. Hindi ko maraming nagsisigil sa akin dito, pero siguro kung isa kang architecture student or engineering student at walang-wala ka, huwag ka na mag-invest ng pera sa tech pen. Ewan ko, mas maiging mag-drawing pens ka na ng for plates. Decent naman siya kasi kahit papano, ipang drawing sa parchment or tracing papers eh. Yung tech pens kasi, hindi mo naman yung magagamit forever. Gagastos ka ng malaki. Ngayon nga, di ko na alam saan na napunta yung mga tech pens ko. Kaya kung gaya ko noon na nag-struggle sa pera at gusto mag-RT or incoming RT or engineering student, don't feel bad na di kayo makakabili ng tech pens dahil mahal. Ngayon, kung may pambili kayo ng tech pen, di bumili kayo. Itong suggestion ko ay para lang naman sa mga kagaya ko dahil. Okay, so punta naman tayo sa pamasahe. Yung mga nabanggit ko dyan ay malayong-malayo na sa mga pamasahe kung kayo. Halimbawa yung van.
You deserve that.
Dati. Ngayon, 100 na. Tapos yung jeep dati, 25 lang binabayad ko mula sa amin papuntang Baclaran. Ngayon, 40 pesos na. Or 45. Sa LRT naman, 50 lang dati mula Baclaran to UN Station. Ngayon, 25 na. Ata. So sa ganun, nasa 20 plus. Grabe yan. Siguro kung estudyante ako ngayon, tapos yung baon ko pa rin, 130. Ako, one way na lang yun. Hindi na ako makaka-uwi. Alam nyo, eto pa pala, natutuwa lang ako kapag naalala ko yung struggles ko na sa pagtitipid sa pera nung college ko na ako. Kasi mas na-appreciate ko yung mga bagay na nabibili ko ngayon. Nakikita ko kasi yung mga kaidaran ko na nakakabili ng mga bahay, kotse, at kung ano na pang mga mahal na bagay. Kung may iwasan na ikumpara yung sarili ko sa kanila, which is mali. Di mo kasi may enjoy yung buhay kung gano'n ka palagi. Magandang gawin ay kumpara mo yung sarili mo dati sa sarili mo ngayon. Alam ko palagi naman ito naririnig sa mga motivationist dito. Pero totoo yun. Kung dati di mo afford makabili ng McDo burger araw-araw at ngayon kaya mo na, maganda improvement yun. Huwag mo i-pressure masyado yung sarili mo. Alam ko, easier said than done. Pero wala eh. Isa lang yung sa paraan para makasurvive ka sa panahon ngayon ng social media. Ano ba? Oo pala may umiikot na topic na about sa tunay na engagement. Alam niyo yun? Wala lang. May ano lang ako, may say lang ako. Ito lang yung comment ko. Sabi ko lang dyan ay Esophagus. Habang tayo ito. Joke lang. Ayun lang. Babayin sa inyo. Kita ka sa next video kung kailanman. Hindi, pero pipilitin ko makapag-upload ng mas maganda. Bye-bye. Kita ka sa next video. Paalam!
Keep the good times rolling in the new year with Shakey's 2020.
Hard.
Keyword research is one of those things every video creator on YouTube should have in their skill set. While you may know what your content is about, you need to be able to understand how to tell YouTube what your content is about. So in turn, YouTube can share that content with exactly the people who want to watch what your content's all about. So in this video, we're going to tell you everything you need to know to get proven results to help grow your channel.
As always, let's do this. VidIQ.
VidIQ.
VidIQ.com. Keyword, a word or concept of great significance, or to put it into a
Fudge.
YouTube context,
I hate.
an informative word used in a information
No
retrieval
internet
system
connection,
to
fuck
indicate
you.
the content